금요일날 아침인데 4시 33분이 막 지나고 있습니다. 자, 오늘도 아침 리딩으로 또 시작을 합니다. The $1 million one person business. Make great money, work the way you like, have the life you want. They also experimented with pricing. Literacy place. After she had heard them, and sometimes while they were still going on, Grace would act them out. According to the passage, which statement is true? Solid, liquids, and gases. Everything in the world is made of matter. The power of nothing to lose. Not every life behaves like I am a newly sensitive man who clearly takes pride in his craft, but the data show that his purpose fit prison misconduct record better than the likes of Thomas. 밟고 다니라시고 책갈피가 다 2시간 그 텔레비 기자인 놈의 새끼가 밟고 다니고 그래 됐구나. Bright, shiny objects and the future of HR. How Jupyter networks test and integrate the most valuable new approaches. Many of us have had the experience of listening to a talk and suddenly making a connection between the speaker's big idea and the challenge we face at work. When decimal represent this fraction of a second. Mix together the oil, vinegar, garlic, and seasoning and pour over the salad. Which comes first, the picture or the caption? Reading for the gifted students. Challenging activities for the advanced learner. Then in 1967, two men claimed to have caught the mythological creature on film. The culture map, breaking through the invisible boundaries of global business. After all, in countries like the United States or Switzerland, business is business. The 20-something guide to getting it together. Give him some space, but the older you get, the less of that you can expect, and you have to get used to it. 완전히 책을 받고 다녀서 개판 만들어놨네, 개자식이. Succeeding in small business, the one-on-one toughest problems and how to solve them. The production company will buy the time from the station, produce the show, and share the profits on the product sold. 에휴, how you can make the American dream come true. You want to be your own boss. What alternative data can you offer? Yes, now he was certain. The longevity project, surprising discoveries for health and long life from the landmark 8-decade study. And those are the unmarried but healthy men like John, who was not at all religious in the traditional sense, yet still lived a long life, usually maintained close relationship with friends and colleagues outside the context of religious organizations. Perfect praises for motivating and rewarding employees. We will not tolerate racial or religious slurs. Anywhere, how global connectivity is revolutionizing the way we do the business. When people can find objects electronically instead of physically going out to look for them, business performance improve. Absolute honesty, building a corporate culture that values straight talk and rewards the integrity. I'll say how I feel about the situation and don't presume to say anything about the other person. Lessons to change your thinking and achieve wealth and success. Read and learn all you can about big business capitalism. Capitalism and the capitalist are words we think we understand, but may not be able to define exactly. Marketing, from a product to customers to the human spirit. This concept of a company channel integration is particularly important in cases where channels are becoming an increasingly important link in the value chain, to the point that many channels and companies today are engaged in competition for consumer loyalty and the ownership. A complete type of vision, ideological origins of a political struggle. Piece of the required explanation and specific provision to produce the it. Fear is the resume, the proven method for getting a great job fast. Craft the perfect resume from start to the finish. For example, people in accounting, bookkeeping, or finance may have the following job-specific skills. Accounts payable, a bull in China, investing profitably in the world's greatest market. Based on the resort island, Hainan is the fourth largest airline in China in terms of revenue. The corner office, how top CEOs made it and how you can too. Even before I go into a company, said G, of CCMP capital, or even if we are looking at obedience here at CCMP, I'm constantly asking the question, what are the 2 or 3 levers that, if done right, if pulled correctly, will really turn this the business? Contents. Carol Stable by Win Holly. 개새끼가 이거 책 완전히 베려놨구만. 개놈의 새끼가 이거 책을 밟고 다니면서 사정없이 책이 베려버렸네. 다시는 이놈의 새끼가 진정 못하게 하구만. 나쁜 새끼들. A person of interest. Lee had forbidden Asa to play with those girls in the yard, let alone in their house, but the girls were like the sirens to her. Both are very pale, dingy blonde, with something slack and perhaps even mean in their otherwise vacuous eyes. 이런 개자식이 책을 완전히 베려놨네, 이런 놈의 새끼가. Now write a paragraph about an outdoor setting where a mystery takes place. What are these people doing? A lot of these sites are in urgent need of repair. 다시는 촬영 못하게 해야 되겠구나. At one point, I broke into song, and the entire place became silent to the listening. The practice, shipping creative work, and the chef who cooks one cuisine or another might be having fun, but it's not more authentic for him to cook eggs than it is to cook chicken. But of course you need to cook eggs first. One things not to do before you die. Don't buy insurance in blackjack. In blackjack, the best hand is natural, an ace and a 10 value card. He is best known for singing tenor for the wildly popular boy band. 아이고, 책을 몰라놓은 무식한 자식이 다 밟고 다녔으니. The Courage Companion, How to Live Life with True Power. I'm not afraid of storms, for I am learning to sail my ship. Solving life's most difficult problems. Many justice systems rely on empathy rather than the adversarial mindset. unanswered apologist works into a bar. Amazon devotes resources to pleasing consumers, even if that means sellers or content providers sometimes feel shortchanged. The girls exchanged frightened glances. I can't swim. One of the girls from Kiev said in a small voice. The feminine mistake. Are we giving up too much? Negative stories are generally deemed more compelling than positive ones by news editor, and our culture has consistently emphasized the difficulties of combining family and career while ignoring the disadvantages of the stay-at-home life. 수준 낮은 새끼들이 얼마나 많은지. Your brain at work, strategies for overcoming distraction, regaining focus, and working smarter all day long. Collaborate with others. Few people work in isolation anymore. The art of creating your life as you want it. Empowerment. The empowerment workshop profoundly affected my life. The universe has your back. Transform fear to faith. S and I sat down for tea and caught up. What's holding you back? A critical choices for women's success. As it turned out, S was at a point in her career where she didn't want to take on another big project, but was more satisfied to say these words for herself than be told by B that she was past her prime. Even happier, a gratitude journal for daily joy and lasting fulfillment, aging gracefully. To say I love you, one must first be able to say the I. Divorce and recovery. One-on-one stories about surviving and thriving after divorce. I didn't expect him to say anything, but he had a revelation of his own. All of us face hard choices in our lives. Hillary writes at the start of this personal chronicle of years at the center of world events. Life is about making such choices. Our choices and how we handle them shape the people we become. Cut your picture into pieces to make a puzzle. Six Thinking has the international bestseller that had changed the way the world's most successful business leaders think. The yellow hat. Think of sunshine. Cushing's disease is a metabolic disorder characterized by abnormally increased secretion of cortisol caused by increased amounts of adrenocorticotropic hormone. Your complete guide to academic success using the internet and online service. Everybody wears new clothes and have inside the toilet. Makeup. Your life guide to beauty, style, and success online and off. Walk outside into daylight and see how it looks. 21 letters on life pen this challenge. A forward-looking radical. Kicking ass and saving souls. That was fine with S. He was in a car sip. The portable coach. 28 surefire strategies for business and personal success. Clean up your personal finances. Talented, maybe, but not up to dealing with the reality. How to land your dream job. No resume and other secret to get you in the door. In a phone screening interview, or hirer might ask, what are the ages of your children? Nurture the shock. If the teens agreed, the undergrads took down a phone number. To do before I die. The do-it-yourself guide to the rest of your life. Coming up with the album's title wasn't hard. What colleges don't tell you. 272 secrets for getting your kids into the top school. One girl from Ohio who hated her father's Polish accent wrote about supposed ethnic adversity. Crucial confrontation. Tools for resolving broken promises, violated expectation, and bad behavior. In this chapter, we examined the motivational side of the model. Reading people, how to understand people and predict their behavior anytime. Your eyes will be opened, as mine have been by these tips from America's leading people readers. They live deeper. What money can't buy, the moral limits of a market. He presented a wealth of data showing that in economic and practical terms alone, the British blood collection system works better than the American one. everything you need to know about the geography. Birds and insects newly arrived from the southeast on this, as do herds of moose and caribou that have traveled to the tundra from their winter homes farther south. Climate change, the smarter grid, and the future of electric utilities. If circumstances changes during that period, the home or buildings relocate, energy prices change, or other changes occur, that borrowing capacity might be needed for something else. 11 ways to change the way you see and create the future. The company Lippard Optics invented the periscope, a small microscope one-like glasses that offers autofocus and zooms together with the integrated lighting and charge-coupled device video cameras, all of it in the size of a small loop. Connected 24 hours in the global economy. This logic was at work again during the time of the scandal. Mastering the market cycle, getting the odds on your side. That demand facilitated the selling onward of mortgages, which in turn allowed the mortgage lenders to be careless in choosing the prospective home buyers to whom they would send. Extensive reading for academic success. There are a number of other devices that can be used to analyze your language. One of the one's region has been discredited. Anything goes. What's the value of like? So entrepreneurs have become the new heroes of the business world. To understand the edge that data-enabled learning can provide, companies should answer 7 questions, which examine the value of the data, whether its marginal value drops quickly, how fast it becomes obsolete, whether it's proprietary, whether the improvements from it can be easily imitated, whether they enhance the product for current users, other users, or both, and how fast insight can be incorporated into products.